talk about a speech you may have heard, may have not heard of. It's the Nobel Peace Prize acceptance speech by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1964, December 11th to be exact. Um, I accept the Nobel Peace Prize at a moment where 22 million Negroes of the United States of America are engaged in a creative battle to end a long night of racial injustice. I accept this award on behalf of the Civil Rights Movement, which is moving with determination and a majestic scorn for risk and danger to establish a reign of freedom and a rule of justice. I am mindful that only yesterday, in Birmingham, Alabama, our children, crying out for brotherhood, were answered with fire hoses, snarling dogs, and even death. I am mindful that only yesterday, in Philadelphia, Mississippi, young people seeking to secure the right to vote were brutalized and murdered. And only yesterday, more than 40 houses of worship in the state of Mississippi alone were bombed or burned because they offered a sanctuary to those who would not accept segregation. I am mindful that debilitating and grinding poverty affects my people and chains them to the lowest rung of the economic ladder. Therefore, I must ask why this prize is awarded to a movement which is beleaguered and committed to the unrelenting struggle, to a movement which has not won the very peace and brotherhood which is the essence of the Nobel Prize. After contemplation, I conclude that this award, which I receive on behalf of that movement, is a profound recognition that nonviolence is the answer to crucial political and moral question of our time, the need for man to overcome oppression and violence without resorting to violence or oppression. Civilization and violence are anti-ethical concepts. Negroes of the United States, following the people of India, have demonstrated that nonviolence is not sterile passivity, but a powerful moral force which makes a social transformation. Sooner or later, all the people of the world will have to discover a way to live together in peace, and thereby transform this pending cosmic elegy into a creative psalm of brotherhood. If this is to be achieved, man must evolve for all human conflict, a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. I accept this award today with an abiding faith in America, an audacious faith in the future of mankind. I refuse to accept despair as the final response to ambiguities of history. I refuse to accept the idea that the isness of man's present nature, makes him morally incapable of reaching up for the eternal oughtness that forever confronts him. I refuse to accept the idea that man is mere flotsam and jetsam in the river of life, unable to influence the unfolding events which surround him. I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become reality. Today I come to Oslo, that's where he accepted the Nobel Peace Prize, inspired and with renewed dedication to humanity. I accept this prize on behalf of all men who love peace and brotherhood. I say I come as a trustee. From the depths of my heart, I am aware that this prize is much more than an honor to me personally. Every time I take flight, I am always mindful of the many people who make a successful journey possible, the known pilots and the unknown ground crew. So you honor the dedicated pilots of our struggle who have sat at the controls as the freedom movement soared into orbit. You honor again, once again, Chief Lutuli of South Africa, whose struggles with and for his people are still met with the most brutal expression of man's inhumanity to man. You honor the ground crew, without whose labor and sacrifices the jet flights to freedom could have never left the earth. Most of these people will never make the headline, and their names will not appear in Who's Who. Yet when years have rolled past, and the blazing light of truth is focused on this marvelous age in which we live, men and women will know, and children will be taught, that we have a finer land, a better people, a more noble civilization, because these humble children of God were willing to suffer for righteousness' sake. I think Alfred Nobel would know what I mean when I say I accept this award in the spirit of a curator of some precious heirloom which he holds in trust for its true owners, all those whom beauty is truth and truth beauty, and in whose eyes the beauty of genuine brotherhood and peace is more precious than diamonds, silver, or gold. I want to highlight this part, peace is more precious than diamond, silver, or gold, because it represents an ambition to make change that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had and that we should all have because it evolves humans into pushing for that peace that will make in somewhat a utopia. And I feel like we can all make change if we have this ambition, which is not hard to achieve. Thank you for listening to my presentation.